Good morning students, welcome back to first year physics. In this first year physics, actually in the previous class, see we finished about a orbital velocity and as well as the escape velocity, and related to that we did the problems also. Now in this, let us will move to the next one, that is about a satellites. See, that is geostationary and polar satellites. Of course, we have equatorial satellites also. So I'll tell you that all. Geostationary satellite and as well as the polar satellites. Before that, see, once we see the, these are artificial satellites, right? But natural satellites also is there. That natural satellite, in general, for Earth, if you see the Earth, for the Earth, there is a natural satellite is Moon. So Moon is which revolves around the Earth, right? Around the Earth, and it is that is about a what? It is a, we can say, natural satellite. Like different planets, different natural satellites are there. And you remember one point here, in our solar system, Jupiter and one more is a Saturn. So for these two satellites, for these two planets, see there are 16 number natural satellites are there. Highest satellites, natural highest satellites, so which is half only for Jupiter and one more is Saturn. But whereas Earth, so for Earth, only one natural satellite is there. That one natural satellite is Moon. So like that we have different planets, different natural satellites are there. So this all system that we can say, like Earth, like other planets, which all rotates around the Sun. So that this all planets are the natural satellite for the Sun. Now let us, we'll move to the next one. See, generally geostationary and as well as the polar satellites. So these are the artificial satellites. These artificial satellites are to be projected from the Earth surface to into the universe. Sir, what is mean by geostationary? That means stationary in the sense is what? It is the time period of this geostationary satellite. The time period of geostationary satellites is equal to the Earth time period. The rotation of the Earth are equal. That means here the time period of rotation of the satellites, which is equal to time period of rotation of the Earth, are same. That is nothing but a what? The Earth rotation and the satellite rotation, the time periods are same. That's what we can call geostationary. That means here I will tell you the period of revolution of an artificial satellite. The period of revolution of an artificial satellite, which is equal to period of rotation of the Earth. Such as satellites are called as the geostationary satellites. Such as satellites are called as the geostationary satellites, that is to be artificial satellites. And what is the use of geostationary satellites, sir? And you remember, the use of a geostationary satellite, which usually gives the information about the natural resources and minerals present on the Earth's surface and inside the surface also. Which one? This geostationary satellite gives the information about the natural resources and minerals which present on the Earth's surface and inside the surface also. This is the first use. Not only that, the geostationary satellite also gives the information about a weather condition that we can call forecast. So this is the second use. And come to the third use is geostationary satellites, which used for the using of communication purpose, like mobile signals which can be transferred by the geostationary satellite. Not only that, we are also using for the TV signals can be propagated through the geostationary satellite to the long distances. Like that, we have uses for the geostationary satellite. Not only that, here we know the shape and size of the Earth also. See, we can get the size, shape of the Earth by using a geostationary satellite. Not only that, we can also like a study of the properties of radio waves upper layer of the atmosphere. Say study of the radio waves, study of the radio waves of the upper layer of the atmosphere also we can by using a geostationary satellite. So widely using for the telecommunication purpose. In general, this geostationary satellite can be widely used in case of a telecommunication purpose. It is very very important, like about a geostationary satellite. And come to the point is, sir, this geostationary satellite, it is about a above the earth surface. It is located at a approximately 35,800 kilometers. Which one? The geostationary satellite is to be located above the earth surface. Average value of the height is 35,800 kilometers. It is above the earth surface. Geostationary satellite is located at a height of 35,800 kilometers. And come to the point is, see, in general, here there is a period of rotation, that the period of revolution or the period of rotation is 24 hours to complete a one rotation around the earth surface. Of course, earth also revolves about its own axis. To complete a for one rotation it takes a 24 hours. No? Like here geostationary satellite also to rotates about the earth surface, it is around the earth surface, it is takes a time is 24 hours. That's what I mean. The time period of rotation or the time period of revolution of a geostationary satellite is equal to time period of rotation of the earth. So both the time periods are same. That's what we can say. It is like a geostationary. Stationary in the sense is it is look like say rest. That's what we can say. And come to the point is, sir, what will be the speed of the revolution? Of course, the speed of the revolution will be for the geostationary satellite is 3.1 kilometer per hour. Sorry, kilometer per second. 3.1 the time period, or I mean to say speed of the revolution is 3.1 kilometer per second. So that here it is to be geostationary satellite with respect to the earth speed it is, right? And here come to the point is orbital radius. Sir, what is the orbital radius of the geostationary satellite? The radius, I mean to say radius of the geostationary satellite. It is the height of the geostationary satellite is 35,800 kilometers. Whereas the geostationary satellite, the orbital radius is it is approximately 42,250 kilometers. It is the height. It is the orbital radius. The radius of the orbit is approximately 42,250. So this is the complete information related to geostationary satellite. Got my point? Geostationary satellite is nothing but the period of rotation or the period of revolution of a satellite, which is equal to period of rotation of the earth. And mostly we are using this geostationary satellite for the telecommunication purpose. Not only that, to get the weather report, and not only that, we are also widely using for the communication like TV propagation, TV signal propagation. And here we are also using for the to know the natural resources, I mean minerals which are present on the earth surface, and inside the surface also we are using geostationary satellite only, right? Now come to the point. Next one, there is another one is there, that is about a polar satellite. Sir, what is mean by polar? So the polar satellite is which usually, actually this polar satellite is generally this can be rotates above the poles. That's what we can call it is a polar satellite, right? And we can also call as the satellites which we can also call parking orbit, because let us, you see earth surface, right? See, for the earth is, these are the poles, north, south. Usually this satellite is located above the earth surface. Average to the height of this satellite is located, which one? Polar is h is equal to 500 to 800 kilometers above the earth surface. This satellite, see, this is the satellite which is to be above the earth surface is like it is 500 to 800 kilometers, and which always rotates about the like poles, like it is rotates. That's what this satellite we can call as what? It is a polar satellite. And here in general this is a, and you remember there is a very, very important information I will tell you, the time period of this one to complete a one rotation. See, about the earth surface to complete a one rotation, it takes a time is 100 minutes only. It is to complete a one rotation, it takes how many minutes? 100 minutes. That means per day it completes a number of rotations. Which one? This polar satellite, and it is in the particularly one orbit. No, that's what we can also call parking orbit. Parking. So because we are parking into the particular orbit, no? So parking orbit also we can call. Suppose we are parking the car. Like also this polar satellite also particularly it is in the particular orbit, and it is the orbit is located at 500 to 800 kilometer above the Earth's surface, very close to Earth. Not like a geostationary, because geostationary almost 35,000 above the Earth's surface, 35,000 kilometers above the surface. But it is what? It is very close to the Earth's surface, no? In a particular orbit which is revolving about a poles. That's what I mean here. So that this geostation, this polar satellite, usually I mean to say, the first polar satellite was launched on the February. The first satellite, say launched by the NASA. See, in the year of February, actually 24, 1996. In the year of 1996, the polar satellite first launched by the NASA. In the year of 1996, February 24 it is. Clear? So this is about what we can say related to the polar satellite. And usually this satellite can view polars as well as the equatorial regions close to distance of the good resolutions. That means when reaches to the pole, because this polar satellite reaches to the equatorial also, no? When reaches to equatorial, it is very close to the equatorials. And it is also we are using for the communication purpose. Not only that, we are also using for the other purposes. See, like we can locate the other missiles which are coming from the other from other countries. Yes, by using this one we can locate it. Which one? This is about a polar satellite related to this, right? And here the time period of this one, sir, how many days this will be stay in the orbit? It is a finite time. So that lifetime of this polar satellite is, it is a finite time. After completing the time, then it is fall into the Earth's surface. This is also very, very important, and for this related, right? Come to the point is another satellite is there, that is about a equatorial satellite. Sir, what is mean by equatorial satellite? So the equatorial satellite is nothing but in general, this satellite is located above the Earth's surface. Also, it is also very close, approximately 500 kilometers, 450 to 500 kilometers only. Which one? That equatorial satellites, and which usually rotates about the equatorial plane. Which rotates about a equatorial plane. Like these satellites can be rotates. Like here, this is the satellite you say which is to be rotated like in this way, like equatorial plane, because it is the east west. About this it is rotates and very close, and this is also we are using for communication purpose. Not only that, we can also by using these satellites, polar and this equatorial satellites can be used to find natural resources and minerals which are present on the Earth's surface, above and below the Earth's surface also we are using. So that this we can call as the geostationary satellite, as well as the about a we can say what related to geostationary and polar satellites like this. So like that's what we can call it is a polar satellite or equatorial satellite. We can also call it is particular orbit there it is to be launched. No, that's what we can call as the parking orbits. Clear? So this is information related to about a geostationary satellites and polar satellites. Right. Come to the point is in this satellites, and other one is there actually that I want to say about a problems if any is there in this chapter, because almost chapter is completed. So I want to check if any problem is there, then I'll discuss that, then after I'll close it the chapter. So this is the gravitation, no? See, once I want to tell you related to the very short answer also, because which are there on the basis of satellites. Yeah, page number 232, there is a question, what are polar satellites? And next one, say ninth question also, it is very very important. Hydrogen is advantage around the sun but not around the earth. Explain. Yes, RMS speed of hydrogen is greater than the escape velocity of the earth. See, RMS speed of the hydrogen is greater than the escape velocity of the earth, because hydrogen molecules are not present at the earth's surface, but hydrogen molecules are present at the sun surface, because at that RMS speed of hydrogen molecules are less than the sun, because I told you sun escape velocity is of approximately 44 km per second, whereas hydrogen molecules, the speed is less than that, that's what there it is to be hydrogens are present, hydrogen molecules are present, whereas in case of earth there is no hydrogen molecules, because the escape speed of the hydrogen molecules are more than the earth escape speed. So earth's escape speed is 11.2 km. It is more than that, that's what the hydrogen molecules are, it is to be escapes from the earth's surface. That you need to write the answer here. And what is the time period of revolution of a geostationary light? Does it rotate from the west to east or from the east to west? Yes, of course, it is a 24 hours, but west to east only, because earth also rotates west to east, no? In 24 hours, earth is rotate from west to east. As usual, the same thing issue is to be happen here, geostationary satellite also to be rotated from west to east only. And what are the polar satellite? Of course, that polar satellites are, it is about a polars, and it is approximately the height will be 500 to 800 kilometers above the earth's surface. So this is the two questions which are given in our very short answer questions. And here, page number 234. Question number 6 you check, because this question was very very important. Previously this question is given in the 4 marks, because from this chapter we will get a compulsory 4 marks, no? So that everyone read this chapter carefully without fail, because there will be a 4 marks answer is giving out of see, in this chapter actually they are giving 4 marks question. One is escape velocity, one more is the orbital velocity once you check, as well as the geostationary satellite also very very important question. So that you go through these 3 questions, question number 4, question number 5, question number 6, which are very very important for the 4 marks type 4 marks questions, right? So of course in this chapter there is no problems, because all we finished. And once you see the all questions and from this chapter, because the almost chapter is completed, clear? And here there will be a next chapter is there, that is a new chapter about a mechanical properties of solids, mechanical properties of solids, that is there in the new chapter, because that is a new chapter, no? So that I'll start tomorrow's class I'll go with a new chapter, so that here it is about a or I mean to say gravitation is over. So let us will continue the next topic with a new topic. I'll come with new topic tomorrow, and tomorrow class we'll see. Thank you very much. Thank you.